when I heard this particular news for the first time, I mean, I'm talking about this 10-year-old girl whose saga, when I was reading it from a news outlet, I was like, wow, fantabulous. I never thought something like this would happen, especially when I remember certain things that I did when I was young. If they were to beat me at all when I was young, it would be the fact that I must have gone to game house, and I'm very sure that a lot of other boys would have had something like this as well. I must have gone to game house to play Sega or play PS1 before PS2 came out and all that. And they beat one up. Shege, I chop beating. And then even if we were in school and we were to do something, it was always all this Opomulero dance or Igwe dance or drama or one thing. But I never thought that we would go as far, or even if we were to go as that far, it's going to be probably rocking in parties, so to say, rocking in parties. That was the farthest we went in secondary school. So when I saw this particular thing, I was just like, God, what's going on? Because what is even more surprising is not what has happened. That in itself is surprising. But what is even more surprising is what people are saying. Like, you will hear certain people talk, and then, chairman, but this your talk, to get reasoning. Like, be like say think before you talk, because I don't understand. Do you understand? So, some people talk, and some people talk with reason, but it's just that they have not a well-focused perspective. Correct me if I'm wrong, in relation to anything I say in this video. I really like to take to correction because I know nobody is perfect. But as well, some other people need to have a better perspective. And that is the reason that we need to have this video on 4 lessons that we are to learn from this whole Chrisland and 10-year-old girl saga. But before I go straight into those 4 lessons, my name is Olayeni Diekolola Daniels, popularly known as Dieko Spectre, and welcome to another episode of Dieko Talks Law. If this is your first time of coming to my channel, please make sure that you click the subscribe button as well as the notification bell, so that anytime I release a video which is going to be of interest to you, you'll be one of the first set of people to watch that particular video. And don't forget to also follow me on LinkedIn at Diekolola Daniels. Thank you very much as you follow me. So yes, now we are talking about this whole Chrisland girl thing. For those people who do not know the gist yet, so this is what happened. There's a secondary school in Lagos, Nigeria, that had a competition outside Nigeria, and that competition is at where? Dubai. So one way some children went to Dubai, and with the video that we saw, I personally did not see any teacher there, so I want to believe that there was less security and less supervision of the children that went to Dubai. So I don't even know if they won or whatever they did. I know that they went for Dubai games and all that. Now, when the video came out, we saw some immoral things. First of all, I'm not going to show the immoral things here because it's against the law to have anything close to child pornography, to distribute it or to have it in itself. But certain people are getting that child pornography thing very wrong, and I'm going to explain it as part of the lessons that we are going to learn from this video. But I hope you understand what I'm saying. So the immoral acts, so to say, is what is forming the basis of this video. Who is to blame? Is there any crime committed? And stuffs like that. So that's just like you getting a perspective of what is going on before we go into those 4 lessons, which we are going into right now. The first lesson for us to learn in relation to this Chrisland 10-year-old girl saga is, first of all, was she raped? I think that's the first question that we need to ask, because every news outlet I see, 10-year-old girl raped, 10-year-old, even the mother, when I saw the mother video, 10-year-old girl gang raped, I said fantabulous. Now, I watched the video. I'm going to talk about that later. I watched the video, and when I was looking at certain people's perspective as to why it is not rape, I realized that most people do not even understand what rape is. I have made certain videos prior this time on stuff like that, but I'll just glance over it this time around. Now, when you are talking about rape can only apply to a girl that is 18 years and above according to the Child Rights Act, or 16 years and above according to the Criminal Code. Now, I'm talking about Southern Nigeria. We are not going to Northern Nigeria. Let us just remain here in Southern Nigeria. So, when you are looking at these ages, if a girl doesn't give consent to sexual intercourse, let's use Child Rights Act, when she's 18 years and above, that is when you can have rape. But when the girl is 16 years and below, or 13 years and below, according to the Criminal Code, that would be defilement and not rape. So when I kept on seeing rape, she wasn't rape. The highest you can say is that she was defiled. Do you understand that? That is lesson number 1. And another thing that you need to understand in the offense of defilement, I already told you that it is not rape. Yeah, I told you that it's defilement. Another thing that you need to understand in the offense of defilement is that there need not be consent. Because most of the people that I saw while I was reading their comments on, this thing, I was saying, for some now, she dey enjoy herself. Oh no, dead that thing, dead it. That is trash opinion. That I'm serious. In relation to the law, whether or not she was enjoying it is very inconsequential. Whether or not, whatever it is very inconsequential. What the law wants to know, number 1, is she below 13 or 16? The answer is yes. Good. Number 2, was there penal penetration? If you use cucumber or whatever it is, that's sexual assault. If you use carrot or whatever, sexual assault. If it is penal penetration, then it is defilement. Do you understand that? Whether or not she was the one on top, irrelevant. Whether or not she was doing cowgirl, irrelevant. Whether or not she was enjoying it, irrelevant. Whether or not she was the one controlling the boy, irrelevant. Very irrelevant in relation to the offense of defilement. The only thing that the court is going to ask if the matter gets to court, is she below 16? The answer is yes. Was there penal penetration? The answer is yes. She has been defiled. Simple and short. Do you understand that? So you see that whatever you're saying, dead it. Now let's go to the second lesson. And our second lesson is, those boys that defiled her, so to say, they are within the age range now, 11, 12, 13, thereabout. Can't we say that because they are within the age range, they couldn't have defiled her? The law doesn't seem to support that opinion. No. However small the boys are, provided they are not smaller than 7, section 30 of the Criminal Code, provided they are not 7 and below, because it is only when you are 7 and below that you will be deemed unable to commit a crime of such nature. The moment you are 7 and above, are you listening? The moment a boy is 7 and above, then there is a presumption that he can have sex. That is, according to what section 30 will say, have carnal knowledge of the Criminal Code. Are you listening to me? Now, it means that these boys can actually be prosecuted for defiling her. Are you listening? They can be prosecuted, although not in open general court, but in a juvenile court, and be taken to a juvenile prison. So you see all those the kind of opinions I was saying, chairman, but do a little bit of research. Because to drop opinion now, without research a little bit. So in this case here, in the video actually, I saw just one boy. I saw one boy doing whatever it is that he was doing with a girl. So, in my head, I was like, well, probably that's the only boy that is going to, go away for it. But then, I want us to talk about our third reason. This third reason seems to be as very important as the first and second. And that is the fact that, please, first of all, should that particular thing be prosecuted? Do you think that those boys should be taken to court? And also, I saw the video of the mother where the mother was saying that she was gang raped and she was given some substances that made the girl act in that manner. And I was like, okay, mommy, I don't know. Then I went back to Twitter you know, because I don't have the video on my phone. I went back to Twitter. I went to check the video. Okay, intoxication abi. So my be either alcohol or igbo or Indian hemp, right? Okay. So I went again. I looked at. But mommy, ó dàbí pé ọmọ yìí tí mo ń rí yìí kò intoxicated. Ọmọ yìí tí mo ń rí yìí, she seems to be perfectly alright. But I can't speak to the fact that she's perfectly alright. Actually, you know, as someone who knows the law, I understand that in relation to something like that, you need a scientific fact as to whether or not she was actually intoxicated. However, there is something called res ipsa loquitur, which is the fact speaks for itself. If we look at that fact, at least when somebody has been intoxicated, the person is supposed to have speech impediment of some kind. Speech impediment means that, you know, whatever the person will be saying, whether stuttering or incoherent, or at least the person's movements will be such that it is, you know, not coherent. But, you know, ikoti mori elewa coherent o. Maybe it's just me, but mommy, Sherry idea intoxication here kò fly. You see, whatever you're saying about intoxication, you need to go and prove it by getting her tested to see if there are actually substances in her blood. Because you saying that by word of mouth, I don't think that to a reasonable person, that girl could be said to have been intoxicated. Do you understand that? But, you know, while we are looking at whether or not these people should actually be prosecuted, when I mean these people, I'm talking about those boys in question, we should also be looking at who we should put the blame on. A lot of people are saying that put the blame on the school. A lot of people are saying put the blame on the parents. And then I said, okay, you know what? Let us logically look at this thing. Let's start with the school. Is she a boarder or a day student? She's a day student. That is what I want to believe. I do not know her family. I don't know if she's a day or boarder, but I believe she's a day student because I looked at certain other news that I saw on Twitter and I realized that this girl is on an app known as Likey, so to say. She has 4,000 followers, thereabout. She has about 500 videos with over 20,000 likes on each of those videos. Some of those videos are even erotic. I need you to hold that information. Hold it one place. And then we now talk about day and boarding. I believe that when it comes to parental responsibility, we should not give the duty to the schools. It remains with the parents. The school have a duty, yes, to instill a child with discipline and every other necessary academic thing and every other thing that comes with it. However, the child is not in the school forever, except it is a boarding school. It is only when it is a boarding school that the parent has given the responsibility to the school. If it's a day school, then the parental responsibility remains with the parent. And that's what I came up with these two rules, so that, you know, when you are trying to think of something like this, put it in your head. Now, we have primary parental responsibility, secondary parental responsibility. When the student is a day student, the person with the primary parental responsibility is the parent. But when the student is a boarding student, then the school will be the one to have the primary parental responsibility, while the parent has secondary parental responsibility. Why did I say that? Now, when you look at these videos that this girl has on Likey, she even has a ring light. So Mufe gets. So when she was making those videos, was she in school? Oh, she wasn't. She was at home. Fantabulous. Wonderful. When she was doing all her own twerking and all that, where was she? She was at home. When she was posting those videos, where was she? She was at home. Who bought the ring light for her? Who? The school? Oh, a parent or however. She was at home. So where did you come up with this mentality that the school is actually to be held responsible? I feel that when you are going to give this school responsibility and say that, okay, this is where you guys are at fault, please, why would children go to Dubai and teachers don't follow them? What is that? That is the only place I can say that this school is at fault. Why would you go all the way to Dubai? Because when I saw that video, let us not even talk about what they did. Let us talk about the fact that maybe there is a security breach, or maybe the student wandered away. Who will bring them back? Do you understand what I'm saying? You know, when I was younger, and then we went for Olu Morok excursion. My mommy did not let me leave Nigeria. First of all, my grandma, she didn't let me leave Nigeria. You know, there was one time that he said go to Togo. You want Togo, Joko Sibi by Joko Sile. That's what she told me. But you know, when it was Olumawok excursion, after I cried for like 36 hours, then she now said hello TNE. I think it was like 4K or 5K at that point. I noticed that my grandma called almost every hour, and not just her, like the parents. Okay, hello, where are you people now? And then we are at this place, we are almost leaving Lagos, we are this. We knew, because each time a parent call, they will shout in the bus, hey, your mommy just finished calling, oh, this person, your mommy just finished calling, so that everybody can be aware. Do you understand that? So, you know, when we got there, even us did not have peace of mind. One parent is either calling, one is, you know, when we got back a little late, and parents were already in front of the school as at 10 p.m. when we got back. Parents were in front of the school. Parents were already threatening police. That is what they call parental responsibility. You can have your children go for excursion. They should not be in 247 at home. I mean, if there are opportunities, for example, these games, it can help her when she wants to seek for admission abroad or something, you know, something to put in your personal statement. So I don't see any reason why we should say no, they shouldn't go there. They can go there, but there should be some form of responsibility on the school. Responsibility including but not limited to teachers being there, adequate security, and any other thing that is needed. But not just that. What about the parents? How will you let a 10-year-old, 12-year-old, 13-year-old, I don't even know how old the girl is because I'm just seeing conflicting ages. But how will you let a 13-year-old, whatever it is, year-old, go to Dubai without anybody in place? This girl, what's her name? Shola Ugudu. Everybody just keeps saying that she's a Whiskey's baby mama. I don't care if she's Whiskey's baby mama. But she said that she went to Dubai with her children or with her son or whoever it is that she went there with. So that is what I'm talking. That is parental responsibility. You know that your son is going for whatever it is in the abroad. You follow your son there. But if you know that you cannot follow, you tell the school, assign my son a teacher that I can be calling and know that my son is okay. Assign my daughter a teacher that I can be calling from time to time. Koto soon before they sleep. Hello, ṣé wọ́n ti jẹun? Ṣé everything wà okay? Ṣé ti gbàdúrà? Because that's what my parents say. Ṣé ti gbàdúrà? Before you wake up in the morning, ṣé ti gbàdúrà? Ṣé ti jẹun? Ọlọ́run á wà pẹ̀lú ẹ, ọmọ ẹ tó ń ṣe o, and all those kind of things. Those are the things that we are talking about. You don't just let your children go to a place to buy money. Hey. Oh my God. So you understand what I'm talking about? Parental responsibility. I know that I cannot be talking about parental responsibility because I myself, I am not a parent. I do not know what it is like, you know, bringing up a child. But at least I know that I'm not supposed to give my child ring light to be twerking on the internet. That one, Otilofa. You need to look at this girl's video. I'm not going to show her video here. You need to go and look at her videos. You will see there. She was actually twerking online. You know, and doing a lot of erotic things online at the age of 10. That is a lot. Let us call it spade a spade. That is actually a lot, you know. And also, when I read what Ontodike said, and the fact that she said that she has an older person who has been grooming her in things like this, I seem to align with her. Because with certain things that she did, with certain things that girl did, you know, and, you know, the whole, you know, video and everything all together, you would know. In fact, I even read one part, I don't know if it's true, I read one part where they accosted her with the video and she said, hey, it's me, so what? It's you, so what? It's not your fault, actually, it's your parents. So there has to have been an older person enabling her, because children only do what they see. And I explain it in one of my videos, which is the principle of tabula rasa. Every child is born clean slate. They only begin to act in relation to things they've seen. If they did not see it, or somebody has not taught them to do it, they wouldn't do it. If you watch that video, you will see that that is not the girl's first time of doing that thing. Let us call a spade a spade. If I am a prosecutor in this case, I will not prosecute the case. I won't prosecute the boys. If I'm to prosecute, I will prosecute the parents for failure of carrying out their parental responsibility. That is if that is a crime in Nigeria. That is why I keep saying, I said it in the video of, the boys that, cut someone's head off for money ritual and all that. I said that in Nigeria, we need to start getting to a point where parents cannot just parent children. For them to parent, they have to go to the ministry and sign a document that would say this and this and this and these are the things that the children will not do until they are up to this age. For example, I don't see any reason why a girl of 10 years old has an Android phone or whatever phone she's using to, do whatever it is. When I was young, I think my first phone was Visa phone or something, that very small phone, and all that. You can have like maybe a computer for the girl, a monitored computer where there is internet, so that if she wants to read, that she wants to go on Google for something, so she's not restricted in relation to learning. But where you are giving her a whole Android, what is she using it for? That is the question. That is what things you are supposed to sign at the ministry. You see, when we begin to take parental responsibility very seriously, things will begin to change. Some people said that, it's because of BBN and all that and all that. BBN can be a factor, but it is not the sole factor. Another thing is, it is the responsibility of the parents to make sure that they do not let their children watch BBN. That's Big Brother Ninja. Don't let them watch it because it's rated 18 or whatever it is rated. I personally don't even watch it. I watch it once in a while, but it's not like I follow it all that. Do you understand what I'm saying? Let us be sane, so to say. I was profiling that if I was part of the legislature, the first thing is no parent is going to have more than 2 children. The reason I'm saying that, a lot of people say, dear Kokilode. No, I am saying that the general rule is that you cannot have more than 2 children. But if you want to have more than 2 children, you must come to get a specific permit from the ministry, and you must show first of all that you have the finances to cater for that, the third, fourth, or how many children you want to give birth to. But not just the finances, you must also show that first of all we have to look at these ones that you have given birth to first, the first 2. Can you take care of them very well? Are you good at that? Okay. Number 2, do you have the time? Some parents will give birth to 4 or 5 children, but they are working hours and they will now have to drop their children with nanny that will be teaching the children rubbish. When you knew you did not have time for the children, why did you give birth to about 4 and 5? Why you don't have time? Give birth to 1 or 2 that you know that you can concentrate on. Why? It doesn't make any sense. Do you understand what I'm saying? So if I was part of the legislature, that is a bill that I'll be gunning for, because when you come to sign that you are going to do this and undertaking as in relation to your children, in this kind of thing, now the state government can easily decide to prosecute the parents. So I think the responsibility here should be that we should focus on the parents and not on the school. The only reason we should focus on the school is if the teachers are doing it to the children. But in the video, there was no evidence of that. Another reason we should focus on the school is for lack of personnel for taking those children to the Dubai thing. Why are there no teachers around? Why is there not enough security? That is criminal negligence on the part of the school. But that is not where the attention should be. The attention should be there because people send their children there. But that is not where the main attention should be. The attention should be on the parents. Do you understand that? And then lastly, which is the 4th lesson that we are supposed to learn from this particular thing. Now, I was reading certain other comments, and some people said, on Twitter, some people said, if you have seen it, that is a crime in itself. If you have seen the video, you have committed the crime. If you don't know the law, just shut up. Just shut up. If I open my phone and I'm scrolling on Twitter and then I see a video and I click it, so because I click a video, I've committed the crime. So everybody, all of us will commit crime. Be that now they should go open prison and start locking everybody inside. It doesn't make any sense. Watching child pornography does not necessarily constitute a crime unless 3 things. Now, it is either you produced it yourself. That is number 1. That means that you produced the child pornography, or you didn't produce it but you got it and distributed it. Number 2. And number 3, you have it on your phone or laptop. Those are the 3 things that Lagos State or any other whatever agency can hold you for production, for distribution, and for retention on your phone. For watching, prove that I watched it now. Prove it. If it's not on my phone, prove it. If I saw it on Twitter, then prove it. Do you understand what I'm saying? Prove that I watched it. If it's that, Sanwo-Olu is supposed to go to prison. The principal is supposed to go to prison. Every other person is supposed to go to prison for watching it. Watching is not the problem. Having it on your phone is the problem. So when I see people say that, you don't watch them, you don't commit offense. If you don't know the law, keep short. When you are talking about this thing, another important thing that you also have to look at, please and please, don't post the video on Twitter. I was seeing the video everywhere on Twitter. That is where they can actually arrest you. Because if it's on your Twitter feed, not only have you watched it, though that might not necessarily be a crime, but you have distributed. Distribution is a crime. And when you want to even go for visa interview, when you get there, I have noticed that part of the things that they use while doing their visa interview, they go to your Instagram account, they go to your other accounts, and then see what kind of opinion do you have. What's your nature porn? Fantabulous. What's the US? Mola year. That is how it's going to work. For those who don't understand, you have child porn on your phone or on Twitter or wherever it is, you are not going to get into US for the rest of your life. That's what it is. So please and please, it might not even be the fact that you want to go to US. It might be you want to work in a very big job company, and they just want to see what kind of perspective do you have and all that, and then they look and then they see things like that. That is where they'll catch you. So please and please and please take that video down. If it's on your Twitter, take it down. If it's wherever it is, take it down. If it's on your phone, for the sake of Christ, delete it. Delete it, because that is possession. That is retention of child pornography. Watching in itself is not a crime. Retaining it, distributing it, producing it, those are the crime. Do you understand that? So I hope that you enjoyed this video. From our first lesson of what exactly happened, was she raped or was she defied? We know that she was defied. To our second lesson as to whether or not those boys can actually go to prison. Yes, they can go to prison. Our third lesson, or who should be held responsible, I feel that the parents should be held responsible, and also I feel that those boys should not be prosecuted. If at all, the parent should be the one prosecuted. And number 4, as to whether watching that video is a crime in itself, and the answer is no. You should have either distributed, produced, or retained it on your phone for you to have committed that offense. And with that, don't forget to click the subscribe button and click the notification bell, so that when I release a video of this nature, which is going to be of interest to you, you'll be one of the first set of people to watch it. And also make sure you follow me on LinkedIn at Dear Kolola Daniels. Have a very beautiful day.